Yesterday was a huge day for Rocket League fans as the first major of the season in Birmingham concluded, giving us a fun tournament with a lot of great moments. And today I'm going to recap the entire event from someone that watched almost every single game from start to finish. If you missed the major and don't know what happened, then this is the video for you. But quickly before we start the recap, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm closing in on 2,000 subs, and if you want to see the goals scored from the major, then I recommend checking out EditTim. He posts every single goal from every single tournament possible. He's a grinder in the scenes, so you should definitely go check him out. And yeah, thank you for the support from the last video, and without further ado, let's get Before we start, let's talk about how this major is formatted. It's pretty much the same as the formats in the 3 opens that led to this major, with the 2 differences being that there is no group stage bracket since there are already 16 teams, and only 1 Swiss stage instead of 2 since again, there are only 16 teams. Everything else is the same. The Swiss stage takes the 8 teams with 3 wins and plops them into the playoff bracket where every game is best of 7 and whoever survives the gauntlet is a major champion. Now with the format explained and all 16 of these teams qualifying for the major, it's time to go off to the We kick things off in round 1, where I'll quickly highlight what happened. The Chiefs get swept by Furia. Foot Esports wins their first game as a roster, exceeding everyone's expectations in the process.
Better of it. Since then, they've been on the back foot consistently. Something we haven't really talked about a lot. Oh God.
I'm just kidding, they're still ass. NRG, Ultimates, Dignitas, and Falcons win their series 3-1 against Gen G, Luminosity, Complexity, and Team Secret. At one point, Wildcard was on the cusp of upsetting Karmine Corp, Europeans' first seed, but because of this and that, they would lose in Game 5. Then we have Vitality versus Twisted Minds, a series that was hyped up to be one of the best in this tournament, and it didn't disappoint. With the series going down to the wire, Game 4 would be one of the best games of the major.
Far more productive, far more connected, and that's the net. Okay, they're fine. Yeah, I mean, makes it 1-0. They're back.
Suddenly come alive and conjure up 3-4 goals in the rest of the series. Apparently, they've got the kickoff game themselves now as well. Multiple games in a row needed when they did take down Falcons in that open. I think it was 3 games in a row they needed at the best of 7.
Oh, wow, okay.
Now they're showing that same heart and spirit to get themselves back in. We are on for a record-breaking number of goals this game, Johnny.
Another win on the kickoff for Vitality. Oh! It's another one! Naupo with a reset pass to Atomic.
Oh, you gotta love it. Well done, Naupo. Just as we were beginning to lose heart, he gets a flip reset, and Atomic read it perfectly. And be decisive when Monkey Moon does that. It can, of course, as we've seen, also backfire. Vitality still at 2, but here comes Naupo. To the goal line. Gets this one forward. There's bumps coming in from Monkey Moon as well. Atomic pushes it out wide. And what a turnaround, can I just say? Twisted! No, I can't just say, because Team Vitality are not going to let me.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
He's not actually. Atomic was nipping in there underneath him. Sen comes away with the ball. He's managed to wriggle his way out of that one. He's not got much boost left. He gets the flip reset. Oh! That's Sen reminding us that he's on this pitch too.
I've got a long way to go still in this game, though. And what a game it's been. Naupo going the other way. Has he got the double on target? Of course he does! Oh my goodness!
Oh, when we saw this one, we said this was going to be the match of the day, and you are seeing why. Perfection from Naupo. Just a basic shot. Naupo was ready for it. Exotic up against Naupo. Good 50 from Exotic. Monkey Moon is in double commit, but it's perfectly. Zed gets it in. He scored again. Wants to finish this on with a plummet. Saved by Atomic. Rise. Loses it out to Naupo. Leaves it to his teammate. Here comes the Saudi Arabia. Goes underneath Monkey Moon. Oh, it's saved by Zen. Just when it seemed there was one more twist in the tail.
And after Nupo hit this insane shot in Game 5,
they still have time, but they have to get hold of this ball. Atomic has it. He sends it back towards Team Vitality's hub. Now Power shot. He gets the winner. It's pixel perfect again.
Vitality would win the series in an instant classic to go 1-0 in the Swiss stage. Taking us to round 2, the winners from round 1 would duke it out against each other, and the same thing happened to the losers. Vitality dominates Furia to go 2-0. Dignitas versus Falcons was one of the closest series yet, a defensive chess match between two of the best defensive teams in the world. They would go all the way down to the wire, but unfortunately this miss from Jorius would come back to haunt them immediately, and the Falcons would win in game 4 to go 2-0. NRG would beat the Ultimates in game 4 as well to go 2-0. A few sweeps coming up. Genji would sweep Luminosity, Complexity and Twisted Minds also get their sweeps against their opponents, and Karmi Corp has a close sweep against GK.
There's enough to slow things down here. Will the challenge come in? Controlled Muskie over one. Shuttle. And it's it!
And that leaves Wildcard, a team that almost beat arguably the best team in the world, going up against the most hated roster in RLCS history and the 16th seed in this tournament, Foot Esports. Should be a walk in the park, right? Right.
Wisely leaving it for his teammate. Good communication, but oh, a nice cut. 0 boost here. Foot Esports finds a bounce, and that is going to be enough. I think that's an own goal from Wildcard.
That was the magic I'm talking about, but maybe a little simpler could be the answer here. Banana Head following this one. No hit on the ground. Instead, it's a catch, a bump, and a goal. Foot Esports, the 0-second shot is golden.
And in the most OCE fashion you can think of, they would win against Foot in game 5, with Banana Head saying his prayers at the end of the game. In round 3, we would see the first teams to qualify for the playoffs and be eliminated from the tournament. In the 2-0 stage, Vitality and K-Corp would be the first teams to qualify, with Vitality taking advantage of NRG's shaky offense, while Drolly carried K-Corp to the finish line, playing lights out against Falcons. In the 1-1 stage, Genji and Ultimates would have the closest series of the whole season, with the first 4 games in this best of 5 going to overtime, with the Ultimates barely scraping by with the win in game 5. Furia prevented a reverse sweep from Complexity in game 5 OT, GK destroys Wildcard, and Dignitas prevents the reverse sweep from Twisted Minds in one of the more closer series of the tournament. Now to the 0-2 stage, where Team Secret gets a blessing going against Foot Esports. Analysts predicted a sweep, chat predicted a Team Secret win, and what we got was Foot up 2-0 in the series. Will they pull off the biggest upset in RLCS history?
He's going to fake it for Swift this time. VK Salen is ready. Still need to find 2 down the other ends. KV1 to himself, finds the demo, shot on, Swift top bins. 5 goals for Secret.
The answer is no, as Foot Esports gets knocked out of the tournament, exceeding expectations, actually winning games in the series they played, but still went 0-3. Then we have the Chiefs going against Luminosity, a close game on paper, and it was for the first 3 games, but Luminosity went 8 mode to upset the Chiefs, with them having a pretty disappointing showing overall, even though Foot Esports will be the biggest loser of the tournament for some. For me, it's the Hellfire Chiefs. In round 4, we would see 3 more teams qualify for the playoffs, with the team getting 5th having to start in the lower bracket of the playoffs. We would also see 3 teams eliminated. In the 2-1 stage, NRG and Furia would qualify for the playoffs with their wins against GK and Dignitas. Then we have the Ultimates against the Falcons, with the Ultimates shocking one of the best teams in the world with a sweep to send themselves to the playoffs, taking the 4th seed over Furia. In the 1-2 stage, Twisted Minds would put Complexity out of their misery, sweeping them and sending them home. Overall, a very unfortunate schedule for them, but they didn't do much when it mattered most. Genji versus Team Secret would be a series that went all the way down to game 5, where Genji barely escapes elimination, sending Team Secret home. The fact they were touted as a dark horse playoff team to almost getting swept by Foot Esports is insane to me, and I feel like this was a very confusing tournament for them. Then we have Luminosity against Wildcard. OCE's last hope. Can they take down the 15th seed?
The other side of the field, and they're trying their hardest. Fever needs to keep it up. He does. It's a pop-up here. Banana Head over 1, all the way down to the ground. Can they catch it? No. Luminosity have sent OCE home.
And this performance best sums up why I'm not a big fan of the OCE scene. Inconsistent play followed by very dopey mistakes ends the circus at 1 and 3. And finally, we hit round 5, 3 matches, 3 qualify for the playoffs, 3 go home. Let's just get into it. Team Falcons played Luminosity like a lion playing with their food before ultimately killing them. Team Falcons qualify for the playoffs with a 3-2 record. I feel like Luminosity should definitely be proud of themselves. They became the second ever APAC team to win 2 games in a Swiss stage, and they beat a lot of teams that were projected to beat them on any given day. If I'm a Luminosity fan, I'd be ecstatic at the moment. This is a really good win for the org. Then in the next match, Twisted Minds swept the Cinderella Gen G roster. Gen G, for just getting here, is amazing for them, but the fact they went from dead 9th in NA to being 1 win away from making the playoffs in an international major is an amazing result, and those boys should hold their heads up high and look towards Raleigh. And the last game of the Swiss stage would end with Dignitas versus GK. It wasn't actually the last game. And it looked like with a minute and 15 remaining that Dignitas would take the series in 4 games. GK looked down and out of the tournament until this fatal mistake.
That on target. And this is no
Once again, Dignitas to lose their lead late in the game. It was Jarius on the back wall. He completely misses. He had the boost.
No, sir. Overtime coming up.
Look out for this sneaky kickoff. GK have pulled a lot of tricks off. They do another one. Point blank range cheat after the fake on the diagonal. Lean back reset. Archie's still got a flip here. There it is. And there's the goal. One boost as a team. Only grabs 100. Uses it to get a good 50-50. And maybe even better than that. Sets up Archie. And it's 2-0.
Gotta have this in the net with time remaining. And GK Esports, the slipper still fits them in Birmingham.
Somehow GK made the playoffs, knocking Dignitas out of the tournament, though they played really well in this tournament, especially with the schedule of games they had. Key mistakes held this team back from making it out of the Swiss stage. Hats off to you though, Dignitas, you played really well. Alright, we got the Swiss stage done. Now here's the playoff bracket, and let's just dive into this one. Kicking things off, we start in the lower bracket with Twisted Minds against Furia. What seemed like a coin flip for the majority of the audience turned to a slaughterfest. Personally, I had Furia winning this mainly due to LAN experience, because even though Twisted Minds are a fun team to watch, and I've had an amazing tournament up to that point, there was only one player on that team that had great exposure to a crowd in the RLCS, being Rise. This led to Atomic missing under pressure, Furia capitalizing on sloppy defense, and while celebrating his birthday in style. Furia 4-1'd Twisted Minds to move on to the next round and sent Twisted Minds packing. Then we got Team Falcons versus GK Esports, where Team Falcons would sweep GK in dominant fashion. Their bumps were just too much for GK to handle, resulting in a very one-sided series. But don't let this performance from GK take away how insane this run was for them. They went from 7th in Europe to making it to the major to making top 8 against the best in the world. Hold your heads up high, boys, because you should be proud of your fight. Team Falcons moves on to the next round. A quick break from the action with the first 1v1 match at LAN that isn't a show match. It's Moxie versus Yan. How would Moxie perform in his first LAN? Well, in the first 3 games, he played great, starting 3-0 in the series, needing one more win to make it to Leon. But of course, it wouldn't be that easy against the killer of dreams. And with the potential of Yen getting a reverse sweep, let's see how game 7 goes.
Yan, you're gonna have to commit to this at some point, but when does he pull the trigger? So he's got Moxie moving the ball, pops the ball up, now looking for Yan's car. And he can't quite get it, but it's enough to put him on.
Oh, he got him! Moxie doesn't need to rush this. He could dribble it back again if he wanted to, just to confirm the win. He's gonna try and keep the pressure on Yan and look to win by scoring again. He's done it!
Moxie wins it in style, becoming the first 1v1 champion in RLCS history. Congrats to both players for an insane series, and let's get on to the upper bracket as Team Vitality goes up against the Ultimates. Winner makes top 4, loser to the lower bracket, and it was a close series with Vitality taking the first 2 games, followed by 3 games from the Ultimates. Winner of Game 6 decides at Game 7, or the Ultimates making top 4.
Ben's going to be up, does get 1 touchdown, makes it very awkward for Monkey Man, does get the double save.
Oh, he's got enough.
And a long shot from Zen is going to be dead on target.
Well, able to get the redirect from the corner, but certainly was enough to get his team on the go. Chronic's up again for it.
Oh, my word! And it goes all the way in. Oh, Lars going backboard. That really starts to build. 1 down central. LJ's there, opposite corner, saved by Monkey Moon.
Yeah, that was tough for Monkey Moon. He could only get it as far as first killer. LJ from the backboard! Unleashes the dish!
Zen, can he bump? No, first killer.
Exotic, 1 more chance maybe for Team Vitality. First killer doesn't let them have it. This could be the series. That's the moment for the Ultimates. Barring a massive collapse, they're going to take this one.
And this one in the bag. The Battle of Titans. Second place in their region.
No way you're kidding.
But
No way.
Zen needs to sink this. He keeps it locked. It's going to go for the first killer. Knocks it sideways. Monkey Moon up against first killer. They keep it up again. Exotic
Again.
sets it high. Zen goes for the back.
blocked towards the right-hand side. Monkey Man attempts to keep it central. The complete push is on favour of Vitality here. The first killer wants to keep history on his side.
Oh,
Gonna get it down! And the ultimate! They complete the disrespectful tour over Europe.
And it would be the Ultimates upsetting the top seed of the bracket, with Vitality dropping down to the lower bracket, which sends us to the last match of the upper bracket, being Karmine Corp against NRG. The series went back and forth, but in Game 6, it would be Karmine Corp putting the game to bed, sending NRG to the lower bracket, which sends us to Championship Sunday. We start with Falcons taking on NRG. Mina's number 1 against NA's number 1 was expected to be a thriller, and it didn't disappoint. A back and forth series with a lot of great moments in it. With the series going all the way to Game 7, the winner moves on to face the Ultimates in the semi-finals.
And just like the 1v1 major final yesterday, everybody's nervous in Champions Field. Start for NRG. Time is just ticking away. 2 minutes in now. Falcons still scoreless.
Oh, here comes for a wasp. Shots! Shots in! Now they're looking for more demos. Killias had to avoid it. He was on low boost. Atomic just picks up 100. Looks for the pass to Daniel. Daniel, back to Atomic!
It's perfect from NRG. Selfless play from Atomic and Daniel. This is it now for Falcons. Will it be the end of their major? Do they have another moment of magic left in them? NRG pressing for 2. Falcons don't let them have it.
Oh, and that's awkward. Killias can't get there!
In a series that's been so close between these teams. Oh, big bump. But the follow-up is there. Falcons have an answer. 5 seconds to go. Daniel again up in the air contesting Ruas. It's going to need to be a miracle for Falcons.
And there's no one over there! NRG are moving to the semi-finals!
And in a really close Game 7, it would be NRG who triumphs after the Game 6 timeout, sending them to the semifinals and Falcons home. Many will be disappointed with how the Falcons performed this tournament, especially with everyone locking them as a top 4 team in the world. I say though, it wasn't a bad showing from them, even with the shaky Swift stage they had. But with that, we move on to the last lower bracket quarterfinal match of the day, as Furia goes against Vitality for the second time this tournament. Last time Vitality swept Furia convincingly, and it looked like the same would happen here as they went up 2-0 in the series. But then Furia used a timeout, and the momentum shifted with Furia winning the next 3 games to go up 3-2 in the series. But with Vitality taking Game 6, Game 7 would decide who faces Karmine Corp in the semi-finals.
An's going to be the one attempting the second. 1-2, no third as Zen is going to be taking that ball control away from him. Zen versus Jan. And the one, he's going to be the benefactor. He is going to be the guy. Zen, it's going to be him. touch, couldn't quite work it in. Just wide. Monkeyman keeps it away from Trevino. That danger man has been ever present. That's on top. It's in! It's in! South America! Double the world champion!
And in a fun Game 7, a simple mistake from Vitality led to Lost and Furia upsetting the #1 seed in the bracket to move on to the semifinals, sending Vitality home. A few weeks ago, I said Vitality was overrated, and I stand by that when they're online. But on LAN, I see the vision. They played great this tournament, and they went above my expectations at least. They played amazing. With that, the top 4 is here with 2 teams from NA, 1 from EU, and 1 from SAM. The first match of the semifinals would be the Ultimates against NRG, and in a close series that went down to the wire with very little separating these 2 teams, it went to the 3rd Game 7 of the day. The winner of this moves on to the grand final.
Goes the way of NRG. Daniel just thrown at the net, and Chronic ranging back for the stop, but now Beast Mode, the crossbar. Oh, that could be haunting.
In 20 seconds, LJ, can he get around one? He goes to fake beast mode. All of NRG front post, their low boost. First killer, can he get one?
First killer. Trying to exercise his demons on land. And a hold on here.
This is it.
Boy, what strategy did everybody have cooked up? It's awkward. Atomic Beast Mode! Final countdown, and they must regroup. Down to 5 seconds. LJ try to run the clock out. Take a knee at the 1-yard line. And Ultimate to the finals.
And after that chaotic kickoff, that miss from Beast Mode would seal the deal for the Ultimates as they made an unexpected trip to the grand finals. Not much to say about NRG. They're a top 4 team, they made top 4, but their offense could improve just a smidge. But who will face the Ultimates in the grand finals? Will it be Furia or Karmine Corp? Well, in the most dominant, one-sided series of the whole tournament, it was Karmine Corp that destroyed Furia to make the grand finals against the Ultimates. A great showing for Furia representing South America proud, but it's just not their time yet to make the grand finals, and I feel weird saying that. This leads us to the last match of the tournament, one best of 7 to decide the first major winners of the season. Will it be the dominant powerhouse of EU, or will it be the Ultimates shocking the world and first killer getting revenge on the team that beat them in the finals a few seasons prior? There's only one way to find out.
To make the grand final. Give me the Ultimates. It doesn't make sense, but okay. Gibbs is writing the script.
And my boy said Junior is the coach of the team. The stars are aligning. I am going to go with the Ultimates.
What's the color? What's the color? I'm going to Ultimates. Come on, Ultimate. Give me an A.
There is no way.
Give me first killer.
Give me Karmine Corp. Am I crazy?
What are we doing? We're losing our job. This just doesn't look good.
Very close to each other. First killer, very low boost. Can only get a challenge up high. First to it will be Chronic. Actually, both end up missing it. It goes low. Chance towards the net. It's going to be a save, a shot, a goal. Karmine Corp kick us off. LJ, a couple of question marks around him this event so far. We haven't necessarily seen what he can do until he played off against NRG, and even then, there's still more left in the tank. Then Karmine Corp, they've put everything out there. The question mark man puts an exclamation mark on it.
Be able to do too much of that attack after the double commit. Settle just for a little bit of territory. LJ isn't able to get the ball. Atto high, wants to go solo himself, gets the flip reset. First killer's there, first killer's close. Not able to deal with it. Atto has the last one. That's not the sort of touch we want, a touch of the unexpected. He's the player for the Ultimates that can provide that as KC come forward.
I mean, LJ breaking all of his own personal records here today. Atto, another player who's got his fair share of records he's breaking today.
Oh, Charlie almost bullied his way through. Still might get the pinch towards his teammates. Atto's on the big two. He ain't missing, he never does. The Ultimates certainly guilty of overthinking.
They're earning their chances, though. That's going to be completely open at the back. Charlie on target. And the Moroccan superhero sends another dagger.
Game completely out of reach. 3 goals to the good again. The Carmine Corp snowball is gathering more and more momentum. Maybe a goal will help him out in the next. That's done on LJ. He needs that for his mentality. Games away from Vatira's third major, from Atto's first, and Charlie to win again. You're not on yet, Vatira, mate.
Yeah, Vatira, there's two more.
Vatira thinks it, though. Now Vatira can stay forwards. Oh, no. Two KC players in front of him. There he is. He's at the crossbar again. But when you're Vatira, it goes in anyway. Coming into this major. And they are not underperforming in any way, shape, or form. But here's the ultimate. First killer has a chance. He goes over the top. And the ultimate game plan switch has borne fruit now.
Is mere pixels away from a lead.
Lovely effort from First Killer. They are forcing Carmine Corp into making these errors up in their own pace, dealing with it. But you can't be stuck to the floor with this Belgian around.
Backboard has to do everything. Left-hand side now sees LJ have to do something. That's central, that's open, and that, my friends, is Vatira. As soon as this ball hits the ground, Carmine Corp will complete their destruction of the Rocket League world, and they do so in a feat. 721 days, and Carmine Corp return as your Birmingham Major Champion.
And in only the 4th sweep in the grand finals in RLCS history, Carmine Corp proved to the community why they're considered the best team in the world by lifting the Birmingham Major trophy. Drawley won tournament MVP, scoring an absolutely insane amount of goals this tournament. A well-deserved MVP, and that right there is the Birmingham Major. It was a fun tournament overall, and I'm really excited to see what's in store for the next major. And to end this video, here's my favorite moment from the major.
Drops down, here comes Sphinx. Tried to lay it off to Sosa, backboard, everyone, where is the shot? Somebody hit the goal!
Come on, what? Once again, I'm so impressed by Sphinx, and he can't get back to this. It's going to be 4-1, but Sphinx has done well there again in offense. He's found Sosa who puts it off target. It comes back to Catalysm. He puts it off target as well. I mean, we just need a little bit more from the squad.